Well, it seems like Andrew Tate and Tristan Tate, the notorious brothers known for cam whoring, trafficking women, all these sorts of things. They haven't been convicted, but it's most likely they will be convicted because if you are in that sort of world, then you are probably related to some form of human trafficking. They were essentially arrested on Wednesday night with new charges, essentially. One of the charges being trafficking of a minor and sexual relations with a minor. The Tate brothers are being investigated over claims a 17-year-old girl was trafficked to Britain and forced to perform sexual acts in order to produce pornographic material. Romanian courts also claimed that starting in December 2020, a defendant engaged in sexual relations with a 15-year-old. Basically, one of the Tate's spokespersons has exclusively told The Sun that Andrew is under house arrest for 30 days while his brother Tristan was freed. Andrew had been allowed to travel within Romania prior to his arrest. So essentially, there are 30 new victims. They've signed an affidavit or whatever you want to call it, saying that he did something. But Andrew Tate also claims that one of the two women that were under the affidavit were the mother of their children, which is, quite strange if you think about it. Like the mother of his kids as trafficking victims. That's actually crazy to think about, essentially. But I'm not surprised when you kind of live that lifestyle around gang members, drug dealers, and all those sorts of things. Your woman ends up to be, you know, a victim of trafficking. I don't know. Like, there's plenty of stories online where criminals and drug dealers or human traffickers, their wives end up to be actual, victims of human trafficking at one point or another. Self prostitute. What's the term? Self auto prostitution. Self prostitution. But I highly doubt that in Andrew Tate's case. I think he just had a lot of money and just, wooed a woman. I think he has enough charisma or is to actually find a normal woman. So I highly doubt that the woman that he has, like, I don't know if he's married or not, or had kids with, is a victim of human trafficking. A lot of people would like to hate on Andrew Tate. I don't like human trafficking. I don't like any of these sorts of things. But his other ventures into business and his words of discipline and accountability for certain actions that you've done upon yourself and how he views religion is definitely a positive, in my opinion. But he started off with a human trafficking thing, and that's obviously bad. That's really, really bad. It almost as if everything that good that you've done in your life has been completely invalidated because of the human trafficking thing that you did in the past. I don't know if he still does that sort of thing, the webcamming thing, but and there are several news articles out there when Andrew Tate got arrested the second time. I don't know how many times he got arrested, like probably the third or the fourth time, when he was talking to the Romanian authorities. DICOT, D-I, is it D-I-C-O-T? I think so. He was apparently crying like a little baby. But these are like left-leaning articles that have been telling us this, and I don't trust the news in general. I just don't trust the media in general because we've created a lot of problems that aren't actually problems, and most of the articles that you read online, aside from like wars and other things like that, most of the problems that the Sun or the Guardian would point out, for example, is just a bunch of fake problems essentially. So yeah, apparently he cried like a little baby when he heard of those charges, and even if he did, like, I don't know, it's scary getting arrested in the first place. I would imagine him getting arrested the first time and being put in a prison for 6 months without ever actually able to leave until was put on house arrest. That must have been a great feeling once he got out. But like getting arrested a second time, no one wants to go back to prison again. I mean, it's a literal cage. So even if he did cry or not, he probably didn't. But I don't trust any of these articles, not one article. And if you think he's innocent or guilty or whatever the fact is, you just have to know that there is a pending case going on, and it's always innocent until proven guilty. There have been multiple cases where a lot of innocent people were charged as guilty in the court of law, even though there was supposed evidence. Turns out the guy was actually innocent. There's plenty of cases online. Andrew Tate may or may not be one of those people, so that's why it has to be innocent until proven guilty. Alright, if you liked my opinion, please subscribe to my channel and yeah, like and comment and subscribe. Thank you very much. Goodbye.